We talked of privatization. Many companies have been cleared for privatization. But sometimes we are finding that vested elements go to courts and stop and delay this whole process. Can we actually implement these without giving too much gap between the announcement and the implementation, such that these vested interests don't get the time to go to court and stall it, and there is no rationale in their stopping it or stalling it? It is just whatever their motives might be. Second, the international media is talking about President Trump and his offer of protection to American industry and American manufacturing. Is this something that the Indian government would consider, giving some kind of, may not be protection, but support to domestic manufacturing industry? With this, I'd like to hand over to you, Madam. People are here to listen to you, not me.
So thank you very much again. Like last year, you've given me an opportunity to come and share some time and thought with you all. Your questions are very pertinent. They involve both issues of what vision the government has to take its own words forward, and also looking at the global uncertainty, particularly the US administration, with an indication that a tariff, I don't want to use the word war, but it is somewhat that. What is our level of preparedness for it? So if I've understood you right, these are the two things that you have started the conversation with. On the vision, in a way, talking about how India can be, protected, what is the manufacturing and disinvestment related issues. See, disinvestment is some commitment from our side, and there is no U-turn or change of position in it. We've had a share of difficulties and challenges. They're not just looking at opportune moment to go to the market. That is one. But it is no secret to say that many of our public sector undertakings, which were cabinet cleared for disinvestment, were not even yet institutionally ready for going to the market. We've taken a decision, we'll have to do it. But there is time being spent on getting them ready, in a sense, prepped up for the market. Inclusive of internal absence of institutional arrangements for their own valuation, for professionalizing their body, for complying with certain listing norms. They are all being done now. They are old institutions. Some of them belong to the ancient world, but we are doing it now. And that is taking a lot of time. And sometimes, you're right, litigation stops them halfway through. Sometimes vested interest takes over, not within the government, because there is oneness in the thought in the government that we have to clear this. But despite all this, I would like to tell you that we've not left them lying in paper, waiting for that day when they'll get out, be sold off. No. In the meanwhile, we are ensuring that they're professionally run, their valuations are going to be good, they are really up and running in their best form, and therefore effort as much as readying them to go to the market or be sold off, we are also spending time to get them to be robust. So there's so much seen, there is so much more not seen of our work in getting these institutions or companies ready. So that is about the disinvestment related. We are on course, we will continue to be moving on it. Of course, if there is an election year, everything comes to a standstill. Once in 19, once in 24. So every 5 years you have that problem. In between, you have the problem of getting them readied. I don't want to keep sounding the problems to you. But I'm giving you the reasons why they are getting delayed. But it will happen. That's something which all of us can be clear on. But in the meanwhile, there are, of course, instances which we need to recall. Just on the verge of Air India being given away, we had cases in US. People tried to seize the assets. So it is not just Indian issue. It is also people who are looking at issues from outside of India and taking actions which are hindering us. But we are overcoming them. That's not a big threat, but we will face them and we'll overcome them as and when they come. We are ready for that. On the issue of tariff-related uncertainties because of the US administration, not until it is actually pronounced do you know what you have to work against or face. Till then it's all the sense of, oh, what if? We can only ready ourselves and give ourselves that kind of ammunition to be able to face it. Face it in whatever methodology, whether you're going to stand up to it, whether you're going to fight it, you're going to counter it, or you're going to negotiate through it. All that will have to be tested only when it is actually in our face. So we are conscious of it, we are watching it. We are also looking at the collateral which will be falling on us on an action taken on somebody else. Action taken on China, action taken on Mexico. So what will it have as a collateral damage on us? Even that is being assessed and studied. So we are readying ourselves. But the ways and means in which we'll handle it can be only closer to time and closer to the environment then, or the mood then. These are also multilateral, bilateral decisions, in the sense multilateral because it can have an impact on our relationship and so on. So there's so much about it that we can decide only closer to time.